In a tranquil forest, there lies a serene lake, where a group of capybaras resides by the shore. Their daily routine consists of the father capybara leading the babies out foraging, while the mother capybara stays home caring for the little ones, attending to household chores. The capybara babies, just born, in their infancy, curious about everything. During the day, they explore around their home, and in the evening, they eagerly await the return of the father capybara to enjoy a feast of fresh grass as a family. One day, the father capybara leads the babies out, while the mother capybara and the little ones sunbathe by the lake. Everything is as usual. At this moment, a herd of deer approaches the lake. The mommy deer brings them to drink water. The mother capybara and the mommy deer are well acquainted, and they start chatting. The mommy deer says they are going south this winter. The mother capybara asks in confusion, "Haven't we always spent winters together? Why suddenly go south?" The mommy deer explains that the young deer by her side is too small, and she can't endure hunger. In winter, the lake freezes. There's no fresh grass to eat, and she's worried the young deer will starve, and concerned her fur isn't thick enough. The mommy deer worries she won't withstand the cold. Speaking of which, the mother capybara glances at her little baby capybara. She feels a bit anxious, but still decides to discuss with the father capybara. Later that evening, the mommy deer says it's not just their deer herd. Even the rhinoceros family, with their thick skin to withstand the cold, they're all going south, leaving the mother capybara even more puzzled. That evening, the mother capybara discusses this with the father capybara. After deliberation, they decide to ask other animals in the forest tomorrow, when father capybara goes into the mountains. The next day, the father capybara doesn't head out as usual. He ventures alone into the mountains and finds the deer herd. The daddy deer is delighted to see the father capybara, and they chat for a long time. The daddy father says this winter will be exceptionally cold. Not only will the lake freeze, but no grass will grow. And after the ice melts, there could be flash floods. Though the father capybara is skeptical, he can't gamble with his family's lives. That evening, after discussing with the mother capybara, they decide to travel with the deer herd tomorrow. Early in the morning, after everyone eats their fill, with small bags on their backs, the deer and the capybaras set off mightily. Originally, everyone had picnic plans, but they gradually realize this winter is arriving unusually fast. Streams are already covered in a thin layer of ice, though digging can still solve the issue of food and warmth. This serves as a warning that they agreed to go south together. The deer herd is tall and long-legged, and the capybara family can't keep up. In the end, they can only part ways, hoping to meet again next spring. One afternoon, thunder roars in the sky. The father capybara quickly leads everyone to take shelter under a big tree. At first, raindrops fall slowly one by one. Then, suddenly, it turns into a torrential downpour. The capybara family watches the heavy rain, huddling together for warmth. Rain all night long. The next morning, sunlight penetrates the forest, dispelling the cold. Insects chirp and birds sing, waking the capybara family. The father capybara goes out to find food, while the mother capybara takes the little capybaras to search for small fruits in the mud. A morning passes. In the hungry eyes of the capybaras, the father capybara finally returns with a bunch of fresh grass. The mother capybara is overjoyed, quickly arranging everyone for dinner, as the babies are starving. And they ask the father capybara where the grass came from. The father capybara, feeling a bit embarrassed, says he found it in a tree hollow. He waited for animals to come, but none did, so he brought it back. The mother capybara feels a bit embarrassed too, and decides to go check it out with him, since they're both heading south anyway, and will pass by there. When the capybara family arrives nearby, they wander around. Finally, behind a tree, they see a little deer. The little deer has teary eyes, and upon seeing the capybara family, she starts crying. The little deer says she and the deer herd got separated while fleeing the rain. Now the rain has not only washed away the scent of the deer herd, but also erased their footprints on the ground. The mother capybara immediately comforts the little deer. When the little deer feels a bit better, she asks if her mommy deer told her where they were going. The little deer thinks. She remembers her mother said they had to cross this mountain. If they got lost, they should meet on the other side of this mountain. At that moment, the little deer thought, how could she possibly get lost? Upon hearing this, the mother capybara feels her good friend is indeed clever. Coincidentally, the father capybara also plans to cross the mountain, and they can't let the little deer go alone. So why not go together? In the end, the little deer and the capybara family embark on the journey across the mountain together. On the other side, the deer herd, unable to find the little deer, is worried, especially the deer mother. But she remembers her agreement with the little deer. Now, all she can do is pray the little deer remembers her words. In the forest, the little deer and the capybara family rest together and get to know new animals in the forest. Thankfully, it hasn't rained these days. The morning dew, just right to nourish the earth. The grass looks even more beautiful. Days pass, and they finally cross over the mountain. The moment they descend, the little deer sees her mommy deer. Without a word, tears in her eyes, she rushes into her mommy deer. The mommy deer is also immensely grateful. Thankful the little deer met the capybara family. Not only were they taken care of for food and sleep, but they also had same-aged capybaras to play with. From the little deer's description, the mommy deer has a feeling they weren't going south to avoid the cold, but were out on a picnic trip with the capybara family. The mommy deer's gratitude towards the capybara family deepens with the joint effort of the deer herd and the capybara family. They found shelter in the south before winter arrived. They found a big lake, surrounded by shallow forests. Many small animals seeking warmth had already gathered around. The capybara family and the deer herd live side by side, usually grazing by the lake. They walk in the woods together. Occasionally, the capybara races with otters or picks fruits with rabbits in the forest. Life became more colorful than before. The father capybara sighed thankfully for listening to the mother capybara. Otherwise, this winter would have been so cold. And even if they survived, they wouldn't be living so freely. Not only did they have the warmth of the sun, but also food and little friends. The mother capybara was also grateful for the mommy deer's suggestion. Their family wouldn't have had this adventure and found a more suitable habitat. Life wasn't monotonous anymore. For the mommy deer, her gratitude towards the capybara family far exceeded her casual chat at the time. To the capybara family, the deer herd always feels so grateful. Not only did they bring the little deer back to her mother, but they also encourage her to make friends. In the process of growing up together, supporting and learning from each other, this winter seems not as cold as imagined.